I'll be using the 13 points of I Liq Chuan and everything we learned in class to show you how to shoot a proper jump shot. Since the class is learning how to learn, the 13 points will help you learn how to shoot a jump shot. So starting with the perineum in the center axis, stance is most important. Shoulder width apart, and then you use your Ming men or your back to start to crouch. Since shooting a jump shot is a very fast movement, it's kind of like a spring. So if you're in slow motion right now, use your Ming, your back. You absorb using your Dan Qian or your abdominal muscles. You then absorb by coming down, elbows in. You're absorbing, and then as you project, you're starting to come up in your crown or your head. Your eyes are constantly on the hoop at all times, so your crown doesn't really do much movement. But as you're absorbing, you start to project. And then as you project, you start to come up, and your Ming expands, everything expands. And I will be performing a jump shot using the 13 points of I Liq Chuan that we learned so far up to class. What we learned in class up to. I'll be explaining. I'll be using the 13 points of I Liq Chuan and everything we learned in class in order to show you how to shoot a proper jump shot. Since the class is learning how to learn, this will teach you how to shoot a proper jump shot. Since a jump shot is kind of like a spring movement, it's very fast paced, I will slow it down and go from the bottom up. So stance is very important, shoulder width apart at all times. Center of axis is equivalent to your perineum. So your feet should be shoulder width apart, like I said. And it's obviously an absorb, project type movement. As you start to crouch somewhat, bend your knees, tilt the waist a little bit. You absorb using your Ming, your back, start to crouch forward, and you absorb using your Dan Qian, your abdominal muscles, and also your elbows start to come in a little bit. And your left hand is obviously to sustain the ball, and your right hand to flick the wrist and get a nice backspin on the ball. As you do that, you're crunching in. Your crown is still centered with the perineum, and you never take your eyes off the hoop. So the crown doesn't really move that much. And then as you project, your Ming, your back comes up, straight up, and your Dan Qian comes straight up. And as you project, your arms come up like that, which is the move also in one of the 13 points that we learned with your elbows. So for a jump shot, it will be like really, it's like a spring movement, so it would just be really like that, but a lot quicker, say in the game. So again, stance, perineum straight, crown doesn't really move much. You absorb, project using your Ming and your Dan Qian by absorbing, then projecting in order to get the ball to the hoop. And that is how to perform a jump shot using everything we learned in class and the 13 points.